What's Good podcast.
Are you ready?
Your number one source
to all the keys in the industry.
With Brianna Jovahn.
It's the What's Good podcast.
What's good?
Hey, ladies and gents, this is your girl, Brianna Jovahn, and we are here with another episode of What's Good podcast, and we have another Wildcard Wednesday. As you can see, we have another guest with us today. Her name is Charlene Arnold. How are you?
Good. How are you? Hello.
I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Thank
you
you.
already have a great spirit, so I know we're going to have a good time.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. All right, so as you guys know, we do not have interviews. Instead, we have genuine conversations. So let's get into it. So, Miss Charlene, tell the people a little bit about you, what you do, your business, things of that nature.
Okay. My name is Charlene Arnold, and I own a trucking company by the name of IBEST Logistics. I've been trucking for 8 years. I've had my own truck. I was a single mom with 5 kids, and trucking has always supported me. It was a natural progression for me to expand my business and try to attempt to scale, and that's put me to where I'm at today. So I have a trucking company here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
What made you come up with the name? Because that's a cute name.
IBEST is actually a part of a nonprofit that we had, and actually that my husband now has, and he was a basketball player and international basketball elite skills training. So that's where the name actually came from for that.
Nice.
So we do local trucking here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we also do training for CDL training. I'm a third-party CDL examiner, so I host classes, and I can actually get you your CDL and without you having to go to DPS.
Wait a minute. I want to dive into that because I know sometimes you have to do that on your own, or they may connect you with somebody like you to make sure that you get your CDL. How did you get into that department of not only having your own business, but also providing the resources for people and host classes to get their CDL?
Right. Well, because I was a single mom, I had a total of 5 boys and 1 girl, including my nephew. And because I was in trucking, they always wanted to get into trucking. And I wanted to make sure that they were trained and properly trained so they could be safe out on the road. So it was really important for me that I got it down. They watched my habits and things of that nature. So I went through the state of Texas. It took me 3 years to get my certification to be able to teach the classes. But that way I can make sure that they, most importantly, could be safe. That was my guiding light to go through all of that. Because a lot of exams, a lot of traveling, a lot of testing with the state and training at state facilities. But yeah, so that was my ultimate goal, was to make sure that the kids were good because they all have their own trucks now.
So all of them are involved in the business?
Except for my daughter, yes.
Okay. Is there any reason why she didn't want to, or she just wanted to have her own path?
She is into football. So she went to school with the Sanders. So she ended up going to Jackson. She's a football athletic trainer. Okay. And so she's always been in the football community, and she wants to go to the NFL. So I'm trying to support her dreams and make sure that it happens.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
So with that being stated, because I do want to talk about, of course, having that generational wealth, because I feel like that's what you're building for your family.
Yes.
What was that moment where you were like, of course, you already mentioned your kids wanted to do it, but what was that moment that was like, okay, I really got to take this serious, make sure whatever education that I have, my kids have, things of that nature?
Well, I was a single mom with all of my children, and I was, divorced for 18 years, but trucking was the thing that we were able to hold on to. At one point, me and my kids were homeless when I first got divorced. We slept in my truck. I used to shower at the truck stop and then take those kids to school every day.
Yeah.
So trucking saved my life, you know what I'm saying? And it made a life possible for my kids to go to private school and, live in, 2-income neighborhoods and not have to worry about every little thing, So I always say trucking saved my life. And if I can share that opportunity with other people, that's what got me into really wanting to share, be a blessing to other people, because God knows the village took care of me and mine.
Nice. That's a beautiful story. Okay, so what, as a CEO, what does your day typically look like if it comes to operations, taking care of the family, make sure everybody's taken care of? What is a typical day for a CEO?
Well, the kiddos are grown, thank the Lord. So the ones that are not in college, they're on trucks or whatever.
She said, thank the Lord.
Yes, thank the Lord. And so in the mornings, I make sure the trucks are dispatched. I make sure we have work for every day, and to make sure that everybody's on their pickups on time. The customers are or been updated to know, where the freight is, because ultimately we're, paid to transport goods. So, and updating the customers is, most important, and make sure that we're, doing things in a timely and safe manner. And then my other portion of the day is my classes. So I'm always having a rolling class of people, influx of people that are coming in that are trying to get into the industry. And I do in-class person and behind the wheel to make sure that they obtain good habits and they can, at the end of the day, get home at night, And I always tell my students, I don't owe you anything. I owe everybody that you're doing this for everything. So it's really important that we lock in and that you understand when I'm giving you some nuggets or whatever is for your safety.
Nice. So when it comes to your classes, how are you marketing, like not only the logistics part, but also like you have these other things a part of your business as well?
Well, right now I'm just doing social media and a lot of word of mouth. So my testimonials that are on like my Facebook page, IBESTTruckingAcademy.com, you'll see, hey, I was referred to Charlene. So every Tuesday I try to put up a testimony of someone that's saying, and mostly everyone's saying they've been referred. But also I'm FMCSA certified. So if you go on that website, you find me on there. So I get calls, weekly from that as well.
Nice. Okay. So we are here at Comerica Business HQ. I want to talk about your involvement here and
Yes.
how you were able to benefit from all the different resources that they have here at the location.
Well, I'm here under BWC, which is Veteran Women's Enterprise, with the CEO. Her name is BR Smalls. She reached out to me maybe a year or so ago, and we ended up connecting. And she had this cohort where, women like me, who's veterans, could actually work on their business. Because, every day we're so busy working in our business. And she has provided resources. I've gained a lot of success over the years in my trucking company, but very seldom have you have opportunity to just kind of work on the foundation and go back and retouch this and retouch that. And she has such a wealth of knowledge. And so things that I didn't think about, she's like, hey, well, don't forget this, or you need to do this, or, have you done this? And just kind of, you're able to say, oh my goodness, let me go back and do that. Or let me, it's just been amazing. And I don't know if I'll get it all done,
Right.
but I'm equipped with more knowledge. So moving forward, and I can set a better example for my children as they start, their trucking endeavors and their businesses. Like, hey, now that I know this, hey, your accounting needs to look like this. Exactly. So being here with VR at Veterans Women's Enterprise is everything. It's been amazing.
Nice.
It's been amazing.
So what is one lesson that you've learned so far being a part of the program that you still use to this day, or like you mentioned, you pass along to your kids?
Well, being here, getting connected was a lot, because when you're self-employed, you work alone. I have my trucks, I have my trucking company, my drivers, my dispatchers. But as far as being a CEO, you work alone. So there's not anyone to bounce ideas off of or say, this happened today. It's always someone to say, hey, did you call so-and-so? Well, here, they can help you with that. It's been incredible. I met a great CPA here. She did one of our classes, and her name is Angel. And she's really trying to help me get my QuickBooks connected properly and just really knowing how to go through that process. This program has a lot of speakers that come in and really deep dive into your business to see how they can personally help you. I really like that. It hasn't been surface. It's really been deep diving into your business to try to see a change.
Yeah, I must agree, because I'm also, like, part of the program as well with VR, not a veteran. And I do want to make sure I mention that you don't have to be a vet to be a part of these programs. Just, of course, tap in with Comerica Business HQ and you'll see all the different things that are available.
Yes.
But we are particularly talking about the ones for the veterans. And I think it's important because at the end of the day, you guys did a lot for our country. And so to see her, as far as VR, want to put that back into her people, I absolutely love it. And she keeps you accountable.
Oh, yeah.
She will keep you accountable for all the things that she gives. And I love the follow up behind it as well.
Right.
Because she will give you that eyebrow like, you didn't do what I said, did you?
And she makes herself available. I meet with her
She
3 times a week. I
Oh,
block her
really?
calendar off like nobody's business.
I know that's because these are free resources, so why not take advantage?
Right. I mean, I have someone who will take the time to say, let me turn your computer around. Let me look at she's in my computer like this. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she said, we're going to tell people your computer got hacked because there's no way you sent out this email. I mean, it's the funniest person ever, but she's so real and she's intentional. And
Yes,
I'm
she is.
forever grateful, ever grateful for meeting her. You know?
So I do want to ask you, because we're in the same boat rowing together, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you keep up with so much knowledge that she provides? Because I mean, like even within like a 15-minute conversation, she just gives you a load of things.
She
Like for
does.
you to action pack take it and make it happen. So how do you keep up with the information and also implement the information as well?
Well, I use like a Trello board. That's what I go with,
Beautiful.
Trello. So it
Uh-huh.
kind of helps me, and I have my to-do list. So she says, block off your time. I just try to, catch some of the stuff that she's throwing at you, you know what I'm saying, to try to put it together. And I mean, I've been in business for a really long time. So, some of the stuff is like halfway done, putting stuff on my calendar, trying to remember to go back for it and things of that nature. But, but my cage code bounced back, so I didn't have that already set up. So I'm still having trouble with that. And still, it is certain things I'm still, not all the way caught up on, and we've moved on, so far on. So, I mean, hopefully I can get back and catch it. If not, I'll have to do it at the end of this program. So you just try and catch what you can, but everything is of such a value.
True.
If you catch half of it, you're halfway, further along than you were. So I just show myself some grace and just do the best that I can.
Hey, I'm gonna take that in for me.
Okay, yes.
Give yourself a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
And just keep pushing.
Yes.
Okay, so October 16th is an event that VR is hosting with all of her programs involved here at Business HQ.
Yes.
Do you have any ideas of, just in case people want to attend, what to look forward to? Do you have any information? Because I got a little bit from Lisa. I want to see if you know anything that, we can expect or experience.
Well, I heard it's going to be an amazing event with amazing food. I do know that. So the food alone is worth coming. But she's going to go over the programs that she have. And I think people like me will be graduating. So you get to see my story, the things that I've been able to do and the things that we do in the community. So I think that she'll be spotlighting a lot of her students along that line. So I think it should be an opportunity to tap in with other business owners and just be in a space where you're appreciated. And it's just intentional. I mean, we're all here for the betterment of our businesses. So if you're interested in something like that, it's worth just letting your hair down for a couple hours and really coming out for that.
Beautiful. All right, so let the people know, Miss Charlene, how they can get in touch with you, the different classes that you may have, resources, anything that you want to provide so people can help and connect with you.
Yes. Again, my name is Charlene Arnold, and my truck driving school is IBEST Trucking Academy. My instruction classes are actually held here, and classes start every other Monday. We have payment plans, so, if you want to do this, I'm here to help you, no matter what your situation is. Give me a call, 469-866-1803, or I'm on www.ibesttruckingacademy.com. I will help you make your dreams come true. This is what I'm here for. I'm transforming lives 1 mile at a time. Let the next mile be yours.
I love that so much. The tagline was so beautiful. Gorgeous. You did so good.
Thank you. I've never done nothing like this before, so this was good. I'm glad I got a chance to tell my story and hope it's a blessing to someone.
I know
That's what
it
it's
will
really
be.
all about.
Yeah, for sure. And that was my whole thing of absolutely doing this type of podcast, is to make sure that I bring stories for people to touch and realize that they're not alone in their journey as far as business. So
Right.
I think you did an amazing job.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I hope that didn't mess up your podcast, and hopefully everybody don't tune out. No,
Good.
So how
We had a
often
good
do you
time.
how often do you do your podcast, or how often do you show it, or how do I?
So how can I explain it? So it's seasonal. It's seasonal. And then we do every Monday when we're in season. So this will be a bonus episode. So make sure y'all subscribe. So this will be a bonus episode. And from there, I'll make sure that all of your information is in the show notes and people can subscribe, talk to you, reach out. And you gave your phone number. So I appreciate that.
Okay, wonderful. Good.
Yeah, so
I really want to help people if I can.
Yeah, I could tell. Because like I mentioned, when we first came in here, you just full of smiles as you were talking about your business. So I was like, I know this is going to be a great conversation.
Oh, thank you. I love it. I love it. I believe in what we do. And like I said, it saved my life. And if I can help another single mom, with their kids and make a way, I'm with it. I mean, that's what I'm here for.
Beautiful. All right, ladies and gents. So she gave you the information to tap in. And if you're listening to this morning, noon, evening, or night, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of What's Good Podcast. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of What's Good Podcast with your girl, Brianna Jovahn. If you found today's discussion inspiring, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your preferred podcast platform. Explore additional resources on our website at whatsgood-productions.com and find our social media links listed in the show notes. Stay tuned for more captivating stories ahead. Until next time, stay blessed and keep uplifting your community.